On this episode of our Epic Overland Adventure, we take on yet another spectacular high-altitude Colorado pass, wrought with shelf roads and shifting rocks. Join us for an adventure up Ophir Pass. This morning marks day 11 of our trip. It's hard to believe that it's been 11 days already. It's gone so fast. But today is the day we start to turn the truck north and begin our trip back home. But before we do, we still have one more pass to do here in Colorado. We're gonna take Ophir Pass from Ouray, which is where we are now. We stayed the night here in Ouray, which as a side note is an awesome little town. I think we'll be back here, maybe on the motorcycle. But anyway, we're gonna start from Ouray here this morning, and we're gonna work our way back to Telluride again via Ophir Pass. Ophir Pass is a 14.5-mile unpaved mountain pass with a peak elevation of 11,789 feet. It connects the $1 Million Highway on the eastern side of the pass with Highway 145 to the west. The current road over the pass was opened in 1953 for four-wheel drive vehicles, and it's a popular route due to both the spectacular scenery and the fact that it's a great connecting route between Ouray and Silverton, with travel time over the pass typically being 2 to 3 hours. Now, back to your strikingly handsome host. Should be a little bit of an easier pass than Imogene was yesterday. That was a lot of fun, but it definitely took a lot of concentration. So looking for a little bit easier morning this morning, still some great views, and then we're gonna start our slow roll back to the Pacific Northwest. So we'll see what we see on Ophir Pass. I think it should be a pretty great morning. The morning greeted us with clear skies and great visibility of the surrounding mountains. Spirits were high and things were looking promising for some great views along the trail. After a few highway miles, we turned off the $1 Million Highway and began our climb up Ophir Pass. The first few miles of trails took us through the San Juan National Forest, but as we continued to climb, it wasn't long before we left the trees behind and were greeted with expansive views of the surrounding mountains. After spending some time enjoying the clear skies and expansive views at the top of Ophir Pass, something we couldn't say about Imogene Pass the day before, it was time to begin our descent. And pretty much immediately we found ourselves on the most famous section of the pass, a narrow shelf road comprised of loose rocks, offering great views. While this section of trail is low on difficulty, the feeling of loose rocks shifting underneath the truck was a bit of an odd sensation and one that took a minute to get used to. This particular switchback was probably the most challenging part of the trail, but still nothing a stock vehicle couldn't handle. In the back. It was at exactly this spot on the trail that in June of this year, a box truck got stuck attempting to climb Ophir Pass. Seriously, I'm not making this up. According to the driver, his GPS had instructed him to take the route as a shortcut to Silverton. One can only assume that this is what happens when you use Bing Maps. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2021 That's Not Gone Well Ophir Pass champion. And now, back to the show. Before we knew it, we dipped back down into an aspen forest, and not more than a few minutes later, the town of Ophir came into view, concluding our trip up and over Ophir Pass, and marking the end of our time in Colorado. The unpaved, high-altitude passes in this corner of the San Juan Mountains are, in a word, unforgettable. Rugged, beautiful, and commanding a true sense of awe. If you're an off-road enthusiast, then this is a truly special place. Just maybe don't try to tackle it in a box truck. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, consider giving it a thumbs up to let me know you enjoy my sometimes ridiculous brand of storytelling. And if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that button too, so you don't miss out on our next episode, where we get screwed on our way to the Tetons.